Hello and welcome everyone to another Northgard video on this channel. Since Northgard got launched yesterday, I think we're all just playing the campaign right now and having fun with the new updates. And while we do that, I actually want to go over the patch notes and read it for everyone who didn't read it, and yeah, say my thoughts about that. My first thoughts, of course, since I just played a few games in multiplayer right now. But yeah, we're just gonna jump in and see what we find right here. Hello Northgardians, we are so proud to finally officially release Northgard to you! Yay! Before jumping into the patch note, we really wanted to thank all of you for supporting our game during the early access year. And it's been quite right, yeah, that's definitely true. I weren't actually all the right with on it. I started playing Northgard in June last year, so I were around for half the ride around, but it worked quite cool, and Northgard really evolved in that time, and I didn't even saw the full early access phase, and I think I'm really proud too on what the game actually got in the end. Really cool, really cool. And Northgard is out, of course. This major update is without doubt the one we put the most work in. You'll of course be able to enjoy the full version of Rick's Saga. Yeah, man. We also worked on a lot new features for our combat system, and we added a lot of new cool things. Woohoo! Rick's Saga is fully available. As we reach 20k users registered to our Rick's Saga's beta. I was so stoked when I read this the first time. We knew that we had to deliver a very qualitative and fun to play campaign mode. We worked very hard on these 11 chapters. I strongly recommend you to play the first chapter again, as we added new cool things, including achievements, easy and hard mode, dynamic in and out game cinematics. So that's gonna be quite fun. I'm gonna play the hard mode definitely with all the campaigns I didn't play it already, but I think it's gonna be up to you. But I'm gonna ask this definitely in a straw poll in this campaigns again, if I'm gonna play the first campaigns again for you in the YouTube. Of course, I already played them in the beta in hard mode one time, and the first ones don't change too much, but the ones after that get quite hard. So maybe it gets a thing. Let's go let's go on here. A few more things for you to know. For each difficulty levels, completing the campaign, you will unlock specific Steam achievements. Yeah, there's another Steam achievement for every difficulty level you do it. Completing every additional objectives for each chapter will also unlock Steam achievements, that's right. When having completed every chapter in hard difficulty and having obtained every additional object, you unlock something quite special for your solo and multiplayer games. I don't know what it is, but after I read this now a few times, I really want to get it. So gonna be quite interesting what this is. We truly hope you have fun playing this campaign, and me too, man. I really hope you have fun with it. Disclaimer, we know that some of the campaign dialogue are still to be translated. We're on it and should be done next week. Yeah, can't say actually, because I played most of it in English, and in English it's quite perfect already. There were not a lot of mistakes in there even, so yeah, a bit mistakes, like I didn't saw anyone, I'm not the one who reads over text and sees right there, yeah, that's written wrong. So and I can't really do that. It's so good in English, and I could have played it in German to make a little check there, because there I could actually do it quite good, but yeah, I didn't afford it. Too important. I'm sorry. The official release patch notes, and now it's getting very interesting. We have Mac and Linux versions of Northgard. You asked for it, so we did it. Northgard's Mac and Linux versions will be released tomorrow, March 8th. I already saw it. It's gonna be quite interesting. So all of you Mac and Linux users, you can now finally play Northgard too. Welcome. I'm gonna say that. New features and solo and multiplayer. Supply penalty. We know that there has been some issue with rush tactics, so we decided to add in the current combat system a distance to home dynamic. Military units will now have their attack power decreased depending on the distance they are away from their territory. One tile, minus 0%. So you can perfectly see it right here. I think I'm gonna do it over here. If you're one tile away from your town main tile, or your team main tile, you're gonna get 0%. Yeah, decreasing attack. So you need to touch your enemy's tiles if you want to get attack without any yeah, penalties like you did basically before the update. So you need to colonize right onto your enemy. That will maybe lead to players to colonize a little bit more. I played a few games yesterday. The players were still quite in the rush meta there, and I think you really don't want to attack over 4 tiles right now, since you get minus 30%. And imagine, that's just attacking in winter. And when did you actually attack in winter? That were never really a thing, because it's just too hard. And if you're gonna play against a player on the same skill level than you, he's gonna have just as much warriors than you when you attack. And then having minus 30%, that will stop you. So yeah, let's see what's actually going with that. But I can say that rushes were still possible. There were, yeah, I really weren't ready for one attack, and there weren't Berserker and a few Axe Throwers, and they just cut through my villagers, and yeah, the game were over quite fast. But it were 3v3, I gotta keep in mind here, and it were medium difficulty. Yeah, let's go to the other changes. All behaviors have been modified. Its aggressiveness will be scaled on how close you are to the victory. Okay. AI behavior, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's quite true. I just played one game against AI, but yeah, we're kind of more aggressive than before, I can say that. Silos can now only be built on tiles where food generating buildings are built. They now only improve food production of fishermen, hunters and farmers. And they actually improve the food production of healers. So False told me that this will maybe yeah, be the way to go in the end. It's like the first thing I really heard, but sounded really interesting. That you can put your healers in the same tile with the silos, and they will actually get the food production bonus there. The most important thing is, of course, that your villagers won't get any bonus anymore from silos. So you don't need to get your villagers over to silos. Even eradication from the stack clan won't give you any bonus right there, because I just yesterday tried it out with, I think, 6 vills, and maybe it just weren't enough to show the bonus, and this actually still works, because, you know, you're gonna need about 10 villagers to show one more food usually. No, actually it should be possible with 6. So I think this is still, so this is not working. If you get eradication for stack clan, you also just get 30% food production bonus for all your specialized workers, or yeah, healers. I hope that will work with Mendes too. I can't say that because I didn't test it right now, but I believe also if he says that. So feasts now grant plus 20 food production bonus for healers with medicine. That's cool. Plus 20 lore production for Mendes and sailors. Really cool. And plus 20 fame production for scouts and sailors, of course. Tools upgrade now grant 15% production for Skulls, 15% production for Mandas, so lore for Mandas and fame for Skulls, and lore or fame for sailors, depending on your choosing, of course, and 15% production on your healers. So basically the things that were forgotten all around, like forgotten, but that were quite strange that they weren't upgraded. Now all got changed, they all get their upgrades now for both things. That's great, and gets a lot of distraction out of the game where you think, okay, why is that not upgrading? Then you think about what you upgrade and what is actually going to upgrade, but just right now it's going to upgrade everything what you can think of. Maybe there's some things that could be forgotten, but like, I think we all forgot about him. So let's see. We changed the way villagers react to attack to your tile. Villagers who are building under attack will now run to defend the tile. So you cannot build houses and everything anymore, because the next sentence is the big exception. The villagers will villagers building towers will keep building. So that will still keep being a thing. So you can dodge your draggers, you can dodge other players a little bit, and the other player cannot stalemate you with just leaving one warrior in your tile, like running around, so you can't build the tower, and he can refresh his army. So that's quite cool that this is still possible, because this could be exploited. You can now cancel the launch of a mercenary by pressing the escape button. That's really cool. Yeah, nice. The units of a defeated player will instantly be killed if they are situated in another player's tile, ally or enemy. Okay, that's cool. That's cool, because that were actually, they just went to neutral, I guess, and started fighting everyone. You can now access the patch notes from landing screens of the game. Yeah, that's just how I did it, because I didn't actually found it otherwise anymore. So I just jumped in there and I saw that they were actually updated in Steam, like always, and I could have found them quite easy. But now you can just access them over the game, so it's not too bad. You can now travel to a healed unit by double-clicking on their portrait. That's nice. That's nice, making everything a little bit cooler. When decolonizing a town hall, every member of your clan will now earn some fame. That's cool. That's really cool. Weren't it before that you get a little bit? No, it weren't actually like this, right? I just made it up. We added many alert boxes regarding the player's progression towards victory in multiplayer games, reaching 800 and 1000 fame. So the players just get it a little bit earlier that, hey, he's just winning in fame, man, wake up. So that's cool. Colonizing the Relic of Gods, colonizing Helheim, and reaching 500, 1000 and 1500. What were it? I just have influence. I don't go so often for the trading win. Please excuse me. I still have the word prestige in my head, but I don't. That's not commercial influence. Yeah, I got it now. And yeah, you show that every 500 steps, so quite cool. When colonizing the magma lake tile, so for the win of course, when forging each of Odin's sword pieces, that is quite cool, because I never really got how far he now actually is with the pieces. We added 8 new achievements related to the solo and multiplayer games, and most of them are quite fun. I really enjoy this with 6 watches on a single tile, and I don't really know how this is really possible, but this is the cool thing about the achievement. It's just gonna happen maybe sometime, and then I'm gonna, oh, okay, there's just 6 watches on my tile, by the way. We added changed the way diseases worked again, and I didn't really realize what changed too much there, but I'm gonna take a deeper look at it and maybe even yeah, update the heal video, the sickness video of course. But I don't know what actually got changed, and if I'm gonna do the whole new video, or if I'm just gonna cut in a new part to change what actually changed. But we're gonna see about that. We added more shortcuts with the possibility to remap them. Here is the list of the functionalities. Change minimap type. For me, it's just a military. I need to use that more. Select inactive clan member, U. So idle. Select all villagers, G. Select all scouts, H. We added another mapping system for the beer clan. Select warband E and click double to exclude Kaiser. I had that I had that yesterday a few times, that I went in with my bear, my warrior, and I have the thing that I just spam my E button all the time, so I can be really sure that of course my warband is chosen. So I spam it around 20 to 30 times before I actually can attack. It's very important for my psychological health that I do that. And I actually always ran in without Kaija, because yeah, I always this took her, so I just ran in with my warrior there. Took a lot of damage before I actually realized, oh my god, you did that Kaija there with, yeah, but it's okay. Affect only one unit. You have control hold that were possible before, of course, and cycle through the selection goes with tap. I don't know if that were possible before. I think so, but I'm not that sure. But it's really cool getting the completely normal control system, yeah, control key system out because yeah, that's very important for all RTS games. If you want a micro, it were very important before to go for that, and you can also take some buildings with that. And I'm definitely gonna make my shortcut list definitely completely else than it were before. It's gonna be quite fun to do that, and yeah, it's really cool that we're actually possible for that. Yeah, able to do that right now. New features, multiplayer only. You can now choose to play on dedicated servers or to host games, really cool. This has been added after many Australian players, among others, encountered lag issues. Sorry guys, and they didn't actually have the chance then to play peer-to-peer, but it's now possible again. You can just choose it out in the game. We added a profanity filter on multiplayer games, really cool. In the lobby, you cannot choose a team that is already full, so no blockers there on their side. Really cool again, and really enjoy this. And now come to the cosmetic changes. We added lightning during bad weather. Yeah, that were freaking sick, man. Thunder! We added traits for combat units movement. This adds a lot of clarity and coolness to fights. I didn't actually had too many mass fights right there, but I definitely want to see that. And coolness. I will definitely need to check that out. Please write down in the comments if your units now move a lot cooler. Because I want to know about that. We have proved the FX of Dragon Portals and Wyvern attacks. Wyvern attacks I didn't actually had right now. It doesn't happen all too often, of course, but these Dragon Portals are definitely... I heard one in chat who liked the dark art of it a little bit more, that it's now a little bit brighter, a little bit more comic-y, definitely. And you can dislike that, but I don't dislike it all too much because it fits quite good in the style of Northgard right now, in my opinion. And I really, really enjoy how they just jump out. They come out like for the whole, like, and come out of that thing, you know. That looks so freaking cool, and I really enjoyed it. I think you can discuss over if you liked the graphic before a little bit more than right now, but the general graphic house coming out of there is really cool. I really enjoyed it. You can choose between 7 environments when creating a solo or multiplayer game. Do you think you see them just all the time running below here? These are the different yeah, map styles, and I think that's really needed because I played so many games already, and I'm not even the one who is the Norse king, you know. Like, can only imagine how it is playing so many games on just the same map all the time, and it really brings another drive and to see something else sometimes. So really cool, having a little bit changes on multiplayer games, really great. Clan of the Wolf pillage now also works on allied territory, so no problems there for the wolf anymore to get some gold even though he gets attacked. Plunder healing effectiveness has been reduced from 50% to 35%. A little bit sad for the wolf players maybe right now. Getting in general a little bit debuffed because the rush is not so strong anymore, but yeah, having that too. But it were maybe a little bit too strong, and it's still really good. Clan of the Dwarf. Handiwork effectiveness has been increased from 10 to 50% for non-upgraded buildings. I think that we're... Yeah, I like the handiwork build, that's my thing. I really enjoy that change, of course, because it's like getting really good early game by just getting handiwork quite early, and yeah, spreading out gives really another build for the Altar of Kings play that I see around a lot in the last times, and I don't enjoy it all too much because I can't really riv it off. It's not like I have anything against that tactic, but it weren't really my it isn't really my style. I were more the handiwork guy and trying to attack quite early, and this window got now a little bit bigger. Maybe the Clan of the Boar really gets into the game right now, but the other changes also helped quite a bit because Lay of the Land has now entered the the room of the normal lores. It's not a meme anymore because it reduces the chance of being attacked by neutral units now by 90% and not by 30%. And 30% that were more like, maybe you will yeah, really get something out of that. Maybe not. Maybe not. But maybe. Maybe you will get really something out of that, but maybe not, maybe not. So it's not really cool. Now in hard difficulty it can really be worth a lot. The Mendes cost has been lowered from 60 to 50 crowns. And its upgrade has been lowered from 50 to 25 crowns. That's actually true. Yeah. Not too much of the board player before that I can actually say how much it's going to affect the board. It's of course easier now to upgrade that Mendes a little bit earlier. And since you can get a little bit production buff that people really like to go for, like I saw, can really help you out there, because you're not the gold machine as boar in the time you don't have your Mendes hut up at least. So can help quite a bit to have this little discount on the Mendes hut, but I can't really say how game changing it actually is. And Clan of the Stack, advanced silos went from 2 and 5 when upgraded to 2 and 4, and that is okay, because silos don't actually have too much of a use anymore, because you don't have the villagers there. You have at least the advanced silos. They before made it down to 1 and 3, and they were actually quite nothing anymore. So it's okay. I can actually work with that definitely, and it helps still. Clan of the Goat, you will always get 1 sheep at the beginning of the game. However, at least 1 sheep will always be in an adjunctive tile. So you will have 1 sheep at the start, so you cannot always just go yeah, for the double sheep there. Should be a little goat buff. I'm not sure how it's actually going to hit. It's definitely going to make it all a little bit slower for the goat, so he cannot just automatically go for some very early sheepfold. But the sheeps are just as strong as before, and I still think the goat is quite hard in his food production. Maybe getting the sheeps down to just 2 food production would help too, because yeah, it's just the OP-ness of the Goat Clan in the late game is just very hard, but someone needs to be good at that, and maybe it's just because, yeah, maybe the Goat Clan needs to be the best at that. Can actually say how. It can just say that the Goat Clan is the best as it can't say how with just 1 sheep at the start he still will be OP. I can't really say that. X-Row's attack power has been slightly decreased, -5%. You won't mind that. And as usual, we fix many bugs. Life bars on longship docks and harbors are now correctly placed. Victory bars have are now more logically scaled. I have a few problems with that because I don't get it anymore so good, but it's gonna come. We fixed an issue where sailors would spawn in the water, and once a player has lost his town hall, yeah, I saw that a few times. We fixed many visual problems with the wyvern animations. I didn't saw them all because I didn't get the wyvern all too often. We fixed the problem in the way the description of certain buildings were displayed. Okay. It was possible to walk through the Altar of Kings. This has been fixed. That's really cool. It is now possible to heal Vedre Fulnir when given by an ally. Okay, that weren't possible before, so you were just like gone or what? Okay, but yeah, very important change here, and yeah, would have been a bad bug if that would have happened to me, definitely. We fixed the visual bug on the farmer's food gathering animation. Didn't actually saw it. We fixed some issues with the tile transfer. Tiles will now have the right color, okay. And the notification building not built and building empty will now disappear. Okay, that's uncool. If you have always the building empty sign just because it's not your tile anymore, yeah, that's not cool. When launching mercenaries on field tiles, you will get the right amount of food. Did you just get the 50? I had this little feeling that you didn't really get the 100, but okay, it's now there. Didn't actually minded it because I didn't solve there. When targeting a tower, military units will not walk through rocks and lakes anymore, so they don't ignore all terrain and just run to the tower anymore. When the miner's tools upgrade gives now 15% more stones, so it actually does that, what it says. That's really cool. That's really cool. Now you actually get 15% more stone and not just 50% faster, yeah, stone mining. We fixed a lot of no entrance, null access, and EOM bugs. So really cool. Didn't have too many of them, just one little yeah, in the campaign what everyone had, but really everyone had. With each of the major updates, we plan on releasing new clans and to the diversity of the game. Whoa, they have to do a little roadmap here so we can get it. So this is the big balancing, and yeah, there's coming a big update with the clans. I think this is actually, yeah, this should be March. This is March, right? March. So the balancing patch came in, then we have April. I don't actually want to count it out because I think they didn't like that, so it shouldn't be really like that all have the same, no. That they have fixed dates where they have to do this right now, okay? So it's just a little bit chilled here, and yeah, I think it's really important. Large update in clans coming out every few months here, and I think that's really important, and it's gonna be quite a fun that they don't let the game leave behind right here. Any resemblance to real month is cool, purely coincidental. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said right now. They just shall take their time. If the balance, if the updates go a little bit back and everything is well done, so I don't mind it that it's not exactly on the bar right here and there. It's like, I had a small little problem right there. I don't know what actually happened there, but I'm back. Let's jump into the last word here, and the last year has been quite a ride for us. Northgard concept seduced way more people than we anticipated at first. And you, as a group of players passionate about strategy games, pushed us to deliver our best game that we could. And I think it's really nice. We could have not have dreamed of a more helpful and dedicated community, and it's clear that Northgard could not have been as complete as it's today without you, but definitely not without you guys too. So, thanks to everybody of my viewers. For you, that invaluable feedback, for your advice and featured requests, we say thank you. The future will show how we will not let you down. That's really cool, and I hope we can show that to you, to them too. Enjoy Northgard, its campaign, its solo and multiplayer games. Viking face! Viking face! I again had there a little browser problem. It's a little bit strange. My Firefox is just getting a little bit crazy here. Yeah, that were the patch notes of Northgard. Let me know what you think about them in the comments if you have some special thoughts here. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It really got a little bit longer here, even though there are one or two little cuts there where my browser just completely breaks together. But I hope you enjoyed this little video here. I hope you enjoyed this update, of course. Let me know what you know about, what you think about the changes. Have a great day, everyone, and see you back in the next video. So, bye bye!